Hey, world, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you are surviving everything that is going on and all that good stuff. Please take time out of your day, out of your busy life, to support marginalized folk, particularly BIMPOC and LGBTQIA plus peoples. Donate money and help them out, do good causes. Donate time. Time is a really valuable resource as well. Please try to help people and all that good stuff. We're gonna play some Dungeons and Dragons. This is my San Francisco music teacher cast. Hi everyone. Playing the Chosen Few. We are dealing with weird stuff in the Kava. Last episode, we totally changed the entire steady state of my entire world. Thanks for that. We'll see how that all works out. So we changed the steady state on my entire world last time by breaking down the covering. The covering was a magical barrier between our world that kept it separate from the rest of the world. And when a ritual to renew that barrier was brought up, our wonderful cast decided that overall, most of them were kind of uncomfortable with this and decided to take it down. So they did. And now things are going to happen. So, pardon me, I'm getting an allergy thing to my throat. I apologize. Okay, let's dive on in. Where were we? What were people thinking about doing? What was the state of our game at that moment that we stopped?
We had just realized that the captain of the guard was infected.
True, Bashir.
And we also sent him away with an unknown egg type thing, and we should steal it back.
That sounds like a plan. So that's one of our plot lines going on right now. Do we have another plot line going on right now? It's this group, so I sort of presume that there are usually two, sometimes three.
I think Celexa isn't as interested in that, and so she might have another thing that she wants to do.
Okay. Do we have a third? I'm just putting that up. I'm not saying we have to. Great. Then, Celexa, do you have any idea what that other thing is that you are interested in diving into?
Yeah. Is my what do you call it? The
attendant,
by like a nighttime attendant available?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So Celexa is going to go to see the nighttime attendant, and she wants to tell them that she is going to require what is one moment. She is going to require charcoal, incense, and herbs, and a brass brazier, and she needs them by morning.
No problem.
And then Celexa is going to go, and she's going to take a long rest.
Okay, excellent. Okay.
Sorry, just the children in the corner here laughing at the word brazier.
Yeah, you know, totally fair. Worth laughing sometimes. Brazier is the other pronunciation. Actually, both are technically correct now.
I prefer brazier.
Evan, that seems so unlikely for you. I'm just saying. Pardon me.
That was actually Caliban talking, so you know.
I prefer brazier.
Boy. Okay. Yeah. So let's see. So Celexa's logging rest thing. We've got a heist to plan, though. Yes. So let's dive on in. Thea, you're our thief. You're hanging out with Nova, and with Timothy, and I guess Caliban. Is the four of you together? Cool. Let's see that heist planning. What does that look like?
I think we got to figure out where he is first.
Yeah.
He's doing normal guard stuff, right? He probably Probably at like maybe there's a guard house, or maybe he has his own house. As far as we know, he's not like off the rails yet, right?
Is the plan here to grab the Bashir? I almost said Bashir. Is the plan here to grab Bashir, or is it to grab the item that he took with him? Are we looking for him or the item? Because it's possible by now they might not be in the same place, and one might take priority over the other.
I think we want the egg, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I can help with that. If we're looking for the egg, that's easy enough. I have a spell that can track it.
Okay. And as far as Bashir goes, I think we definitely should talk about if we want to try to take him in, or if we want to have him think that we don't know. But we did steal a sample of his blood, so he'll probably notice that.
Also, is this the same? Is this a new day?
Nope.
Or is it okay? Cool. So how pressing is this in this moment? Are we looking to do this now? We can.
I think it would be good if we got the egg at least, because it seems like it could hatch something bad, and
Right.
It also seems like it's activated by the Earth's blood, and that could happen very quickly.
Right. So, once we get the egg, then what?
Protect it and study it.
Yeah, seems like a good idea.
I do think, like Nova said, I do think we need to talk about what we're going to do with the or I'm sorry, someone said this. What we're actually going to do with him, because in theory we don't want to we don't want the infection or whatever to spread. So do we just tell everyone and lock him up, or are they going to kill him? I don't know.
We might be able to learn more from him by keeping him alive. And I think one thing that I think we should definitely find out is whether he knows he's infected, because that's going to make a big difference in questioning people, is figuring out whether or not they actually know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, seeing what the result would be if we zone of truth him, and then we would have a baseline.
So you want me to zone of truth him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, I can't track the object because I only have one spell of a certain level left. And so I would be able to either interrogate him or find the object, but not both with my spells.
Well, we could find the object, and then that would find him, and
Potentially,
hopefully.
Okay,
And
so finding the object without my magic, then would be the prerogative. That's what you're saying, right?
Well, maybe we can see how much we can find out before using either spell, and then make a choice which one we want to use. Like, maybe we can ask the servants if they could figure out where he lives, or where he took the egg.
Yeah, that's an idea. Then again, we might not want to let too many people know that this thing exists. Just in case.
Yeah, so let's ask them where he is staying, and start there.
Sure.
Just to be clear, you guys haven't left yet, so Celexa is still there. You guys aren't planning on bringing that thing back here.
Where else would we bring it?
Well, you better figure that out, because it's not coming back here, or if it is, it's not staying. I am not going to be sleeping in the same house as an alien egg thing that could hatch at any moment.
We have the little secret room. I was thinking probably there.
Isn't that in the same building as us?
It's below ground for you guys, right? Your secret building
Okay.
is below ground. It's about a 15-minute walk.
That's pretty far away.
Yeah, that seems
Yes.
good.
I guess if we don't need that room for anything else.
Yeah.
Sure. Makes sense.
It's also, by the way, where you have the remnants of the other one,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
the one that you were doing testing on before.
Let's start by I'd like to call or exit the tiny room and call over one of our attendants.
Mhm.
Ask them where Bashir lives.
Yes, he would be at the Grand Gate.
Okay.
They have docks there for the airships.
So we could fly our airship over.
That
Be quicker.
That sounds good. Can we go now?
Around what time is it?
Yeah. So you guys left to discover this like in the evening. It was like 10 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, it's much later than that because it was midnight when the ritual was busted.
Yeah.
And so it's like 2:30 or 3 a.m.
Mm-hmm. Are we in any danger of becoming exhausted if we keep going?
You're not in danger of becoming exhausted until dawn. Technically.
Okay. So we have
24 hours.
Weren't we supposed to meet Bashir in the morning?
Yes.
Should we use that meeting as pretense then? And one or two of us can sneak around while he's preoccupied and look for the egg?
The question is that there was a sense of some of you, upon discovering two things, that this egg thing is like potentially active and has a chance of causing problems, and also discovering that Bashir is infected. Those
Right.
two things created for some of you a sense of urgency. You left him alone, not knowing that he was infected and not knowing that this egg thing was like potentially a problem.
Mhm.
that might activate. And so once you discovered those things, there was a sense of urgency. Whether that's warranted or not is a different question. You just have that sense.
Right.
I personally feel like the egg might be the greater sense of urgency because we don't know what it is. And it could be something worse than Bashir being infected.
We don't
I
really
agree.
know. Sorry.
Oh, I just said I agree.
We don't really know
Eggs.
what their the infected what their agenda is, but ostensibly their agenda is to stay alive. So maybe. Maybe.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't want monsters running around rampant either. And perhaps we could wait until the morning.
Here's just an idea, and tell me if it's dumb. Just tell me it's dumb. But what if we wait until the morning, but instead of meeting him there, we invite him to our private chamber and ask him to bring the egg. And clear out any Earthblood, any other stuff that we have in our private chamber, and have it just be us and him, and lock him in here and make him answer questions. Or ask him questions, and if he doesn't answer, make him roll interrogation. We have the egg, we have him on our own turf.
I'm okay with that, with one stipulation. I think I'd like to go out in the morning before he would come and follow him and see who he runs in contact with and see if any of them were to get infected.
You want to do that yourself?
I'm happy to do so, or maybe a two-person team.
Probably one. Two people means twice as likely to get caught. But up to you.
So is that the plan? Do we have a intention of waiting till morning, sneaking out and finding him in the morning, and trailing him as he comes here to see if he does anything? but just waiting for the meeting.
Yeah, like sending him a missive right now, saying,
Okay.
"Okay, could come here instead of going there." We've got some. What would be the reasoning for that? We'd like to do some tests on the egg with some materials that we only have here.
I think that's a pretty good plan, but my worry is that either he or the egg will disappear before of that meeting in the morning.
We could go watch him now, and I mean, still do this plan, but go watch him now, and just make sure that that doesn't happen, and yeah.
Yeah, I would be happy to spy on him now.
Okay. I'm not the best spyer. So if this is a covert mission, unless you want me there distracting him, it's probably best for me to stay behind.
If we were to distract him, I would happily come along to, be distracting and also to be some backup muscle if needed.
But if the intent is to see what he's doing right now, then distracting him might not be. We're taking him away from anything that we might be spying on him doing.
Yeah.
So.
I think it seems like we need to figure out what our first priority is, because I think there's get him right now is an option, or get the egg right now, or wait and then try to do those things, or just spy on him and see what we can find out from that. But then we don't have the egg.
Why don't we say, "Hey, Bashir, come in the morning instead of us coming to you, bring the egg, and then immediately go send Thea and or Timothy. I almost said Wilson. Thea and Timothy over to go spy and see if the egg goes missing."
That sounds fine to me, personally.
Great. So that's going to be our plan. We're going to enact it. If there's consequences, there's consequences. We'll figure that out when it happens. So who?
Like the sound of that.
So you guys are sending this message. You're having an attendance in the message. Is that the plan? And then,
can I send Arturo actually?
Sure, absolutely. Great. Arturo nods. I think he is becoming laconic. All the revelations that have happened over the past little while are sort of like it's a lot, and so he's speaking less and less. He's trying to be as efficient as humanly possible with his words, and so when a gesture or a nod answers questions, he will do that instead. So he nods and takes the message. Thea, your intention is to follow along and then spy once you're there, to spy on him?
Yeah. Spy
Great.
on him.
Excellent.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, Thea, why don't you roll a stealth check for me?
Okay.
Nice roll.
Ooh,
Nice.
20.
Beautiful. Excellent. So Arturo makes his way to the Grand Gate. The Grand Gate is formulaic at this point because they have airships, but probably at some point long ago was actually like a used entrance to the city that was substantial, but now not so much because most people here fly all the time, and they don't really let people in. It's one of those weird sort of almost anachronistic things from their perspective. So the Grand Gate, which is a gateway / door, but could not be opened anymore because they've just turned it into fields for their airships to land in various positions. But they still have guard towers there and watchtowers so that they can watch out for natural creatures entering from this side of the city. Also worth pointing out that as a Grand Gate and a Grand Wall on this side of the city, but just a little bit away from this, you can see that there's forest and mountains and like other ways into the city. This wall is not like a defensible position for like a all-out siege or anything like that. So built that way for reasons, but doesn't really matter that much. But you head there, and this is where a lot of the guards are stationed. This is Alexandria Place. And Thea, you get there and you see that a lot of them seem like they have really perceptive eyes. They're really good at seeing things, but they're all looking outward. They're looking away. They're not really trained to expect attacks from the inside. And so you are in good position. Arturo shows up. You watch as he gets stopped, and the letter is taken from him and delivered to a room. But Arturo doesn't get to deliver the letter himself. Someone else does it, and Arturo just sort of nods and bows and leaves, deciding not to push his luck. You can actually see for a second that like he goes through his mind and like wonders, did Caliban say give this directly to him? Because if he did, then I should do that. But if not, then I've delivered this letter. That's probably okay. Like you can see him process that mentally in his head, and then he turns and returns back the way he came towards your guys' home at the mountain in the sky. The letter is brought to a door. There's like a soft, polite knock on the door, but the door doesn't open, and so the letter is slid underneath the door. The door, it's on the 3rd story, and there's a lot of outdoor staircases around here, but it's all very dark and shrouded, so there's plenty of shadows for you to hide in. You have to duck behind something as some people come around at one point or another, but it's all relatively quiet. How close do you want to get? Do you want to be able to look in his window?
Yeah, I want to look in the window.
Yeah. So you get there and you look in the window, and you can see clearly the letter on the floor that has been slid under the door. It's still there, and lying on the bed is Bashir, and he is sleeping, and you see him, and he is snoring. And then at the foot of the bed is another person who is in some sort of trance, meditating. This is another member of the Kava, but is sitting there meditating, and just sort of not with their eyes open. Their eyes are closed, staring off into what would be a wall if their eyes were open. The place is humble but nice. You see that there are a couple of wards on the walls of this place, as well as some art. It looks like someone has painted directly onto the walls themselves pictures of mostly flowers, not like in vases, but it's almost like it's like a weird. It would be a field of flowers, except that the perspectives on the flowers are so totally different that it doesn't quite make sense. Feels a little odd in some sense. And yeah, that's the room that you're looking at right now. What's your intention?
Well, can I see? Is the egg in there?
No.
So I think I just want to make sure that Bashir doesn't somehow disappear.
Mm-hmm.
I want to just watch him until he leaves for the meeting.
Yeah. Yeah. How worried are you about the egg?
I'm more worried about the egg, but I don't know where it is. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally reasonable. Okay. Then everyone who is not named Thea can take a long rest. It's a little bit of a shortened long rest, but I'm gonna round up if that's okay with people. No one objects. Great. Then I'm gonna grant you all a long rest. It's the type of long rest though that's like those nights when you go to bed at 3:30 a.m. and get up at 8:30. So long is stretch, but it's so there's a little bit of exhaustion that you all are dealing with. Thea, I need you though to roll a Constitution saving throw. Okay. So Thea, you have 1 point of exhaustion, which is a condition. And at 1 point, that means that you have disadvantage on your ability checks. So anytime you're rolling a skill, you've got disadvantage on that right
For how long?
Until you can take a long rest to
Okay.
recover that point of exhaustion. Yeah,
Okay.
so probably all day. Although we'll see
Yeah.
what that amounts to. Maybe you get a nap in early or something. I don't know. Okay. So you see Bashir wake up. It's harder to stealth now, and it's harder to stay close because dawn has come and light is up, and people are very tense. There's a lot of like anxiety over everything that happened last night. You hear a lot of people talking about it. There's a lot of buzz constantly. Bashir gets up, and the person he shares his chambers with stands up, getting out of trance before Bashir does, and goes to makes a little breakfast, preparing some food. Bashir gets up and eats the food, and you see a soldier looking person run full speed for the door. And you're hiding near the window, so you're not like in trouble or anything like that. But they run full speed to the door and they pound on the door. And Bashir walks over, sees the letter on the ground, picks it up, and like opens the door while also trying to open the letter at the same time. The guard says, "Sir, the egg, it's missing."
Damn it.
And Bashir like looks at him and says, "Did you not keep guards on it, like I said?" The guard says, "We did, but well, one of them's dead, and the other one is unconscious." Bashir looks and says, I need to see the scene, but I have a meeting, and show me the scene." And he like looks around and like grabs like a writing utensil of some sort and scrawls something. His handwriting is rough. He holds the pencil between a fist and scrawls something, and then grabs another guard and says, "Deliver this to the mountain in the sky." And starts charging forwards, following the guards. You see him running down one of the flights of stairs and then turns into a building. And then you see him pop out the other side and run down a different flight of stairs. As he's running down, it seems to be like he's heading down in general. Yeah, do you want to chase after him?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you start chasing down after him. Roll a stealth check.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah. So he doesn't notice, but you see as he gets down to like a research station, and pops open the door. There's like a long hallway. You're in the underground area. It's a long hallway, and there's a bunch of doors there. And he pops open one of the doors and runs inside. And you see him look down at the floor in horror and go, "Oh my!" And you see, looking through his shoulder, looking like past him, there are two bodies on the ground. One seems to have a hole right through the gut, and the other one has a massive bruise on its head that's already quite swollen.
Is there any like tracks that I can see?
Yeah, are you gonna make yourself known to him at this point, or are you still wanting to stay secret?
I think I'm gonna make myself known.
Okay.
Just so, yeah.
Yeah. So what does that look like?
I think Sophia comes out of the shadows and says, "Bashir,
You are here much faster than I expected.
I'm
just
very
a moment.
quick.
Yes, clearly.
What happened to the egg?"
I don't know. I had guards on it, but well, here they lay.
It's very important that we find this egg.
It's an egg.
Did anybody see anything?
No. These are my witnesses are dead at your feet, Thea.
All right.
Yeah. Roll a perception check for me, Thea.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
22.
This is so with 22. This is like a room that they use for research of various things. They've got all sorts of weird substances in here, including, you notice very quickly, 8 vials of what once contained Earth's blood that have all been drained.
So Thea asked Bashir, were the guards inside the room?
Yes, they were here. I mean, it's sort of a weird assignment for them guarding something that doesn't really move. So I have a report that says they asked their superior, not me, someone who works for me, whether they could sit and play games. So they were playing dice. He points at some dice on the ground. Clearly, they weren't paying attention.
Who else had access to this room?
Any of the guards. It's not really that type of room. I think at this point, a missive arrives at the Mountain in the Sky. Who would be most likely to get it in the morning? Nice.
Alexa is awake, but she's on the roof.
Okay.
Probably either me or Timothy.
Okay, great. Then, Timothy, a missive arrives. Someone out of breath hands you a piece of paper. They've clearly run full speed here.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Let me see. Oh, dear. Oh, that Nova will not be pleased. Okay. Well, let's go wake her up. No, let's wake her up last. I'll work my way up to that one.
Yeah, perfect. So everyone is awake. Celexa, what are you doing on the roof?
Celexa's performing a ritual.
Mm-hmm. Which ritual?
Find familiar.
Beautiful. Excellent. And what form would you like your familiar to take?
I believe her familiar, for now, will take the form of an imp.
Beautiful. Always good. Excellent. Okay.
Nova, you have every right to say I told you so.
I don't even need to say it at this point.
Nova's always right.
Apparently just always right.
Nova's always right. Okay.
Don't you have that thing where you can find the egg? You said you had a spell, right?
Yeah, but it's probably not an egg anymore.
Well, you could try.
I could try, but I only have so many of those a day. And I just have a faint feeling. Let's go look and see. And if there's signs that it's still an egg, then I'll cast it. But if there's signs that it hatched and is no longer an object, then I will save that spell for a better time.
Maybe some good old-fashioned tracking.
Yep. Sounds good to me.
Okay, so we head over to the scene of crime.
We can take our airship, right?
Yep.
Fast airship.
I bring Nethany with me.
Okay. Yeah, Celexa, what about you? Are you coming with them, or you have other priorities?
So I hypothesize that because Celexa was the first to bed, that by the time they get up to the airship, she has finished her ritual.
Perfect.
And she sees them on the roof, and she goes to join them.
Okay, sounds good to me. Cool. Well, we will bring the whole team together. We haven't really had the whole team together for much of this campaign, so this will be fun. Cool. So the whole team is together, and y'all will make your way flying across to the Grand Gate. Thea, you're there. It's going to take them about 20 minutes or so to get there. What is your intent during those 20 minutes? Are you going to start tracking this thing? Are you going to do research? Are you going to prep someone? I don't know what you're doing.
I think I'm going to try to start tracking.
Cool. Why don't you make a survival check for me? Remember, you're at disadvantage because of everything. Exhaustion.
Both bad anyway.
Yeah. So you don't really succeed in your survival check. The thing that you do find is that you don't find any like shell or anything that this thing has cracked open, and you don't really find anything else. You do find that like the guard that has like a hole through his chest, it's a hole that came from like immense pressure. Someone like blew something through it, basically. Yeah, and I think you looking around, you don't see anything. and Bashir is like, he goes and like sets up search teams from the guards, but they're gonna search not for like this egg. They're gonna do searches for things that are unexpected, and they'll just do search patterns throughout the city, and maybe the surrounding environs. But that's different than you guys. So after about 20 minutes, your team arrives, and everyone gets there, and you guys are quickly escorted downstairs to this area.
So it took Earth's blood, and there's 2 people who are dead.
Yep.
Okay.
One's
One has one has a massive bonk on the head. There are healers looking at him, but
Okay.
We'll see what that amounts to.
I'll walk over to the healers. What do you make? What do you make of this?
Severe concussion, some sort of conk on the head by a large, heavy, round object.
It's a technical term. Large, heavy object. Do you have any like residue from the impact?
Take a look. Roll medicine check.
Medicine check. Nope.
It doesn't seem to have left anything behind.
I turned. Is Bashir in here?
He's out making commands and things like that, but he's readily there if you need him.
Okay, maybe later.
Nephany is standing with a spear, looking tense.
Something on your mind?
I've been taught to fear this moment.
I look at Nova.
Maybe the thing about the whole circle, or the little nice bubble we had around the Earth that's no longer there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's specifically about that. Maybe it is.
It is.
It is about that? Nova's always right. Yeah.
Are there shell remnants in the room?
Yeah, you don't see anything. There's nothing left in the room. Anything that was left in the room, like this thing was relatively big. It was like 3 feet. So if it cracked open, there would be shell somewhere. It did not crack open. Whatever it did not crack open. Or at least it didn't before it left.
Mm-hmm.
Not even a 4 on a perception check could have made that.
Okay. So Timothy, and everyone, my spell has a range of 1,000 feet. So maybe once we're done here, if we have some ability to track whoever left, I'll get as far as we can before I cast.
Yeah, let's take a look for some tracks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, roll a survival check, Timothy.
May I also do this?
Yes, or you may assist.
Yeah.
Are you trained in survival? Great. Then Timothy, make this check at advantage.
Okay.
Okay. 12. Yeah. So there's a little bit, like that much, dirt on the ground that you recognize as being the dirt that happened when you were rubbing 2 parts of this plate together. There's just the teeniest bit of it on the ground by a spot on the table where clearly it was left originally. But it seems to have somehow 2 parts of it were grinding against itself because there's just enough of it there to be that. You also immediately notice the missing Earth's blood as well.
Are the healers using magical healing to heal the to heal the person who was hit on the head?
Yes.
Okay.
They are praying to their gods.
Oh, but I mean, is that the same as like casting a healing spell?
Yeah, fundamentally it's the same. I think narratively, his wound is more serious than many of your guys' wounds because he is a NPC. He doesn't have his stat block caps out at like 5, and he took like a lot of damage.
I-
And so like he has a conk on the head that will affect his memory, mechanically speaking. But yes, he is being cure wounds is being cast on him.
Okay, I didn't know. Like, would Celexa feel like she could help him with a healing spell? Was kind of my question.
If you have something like if you have something like lesser restoration or greater restoration, then the answer would be yes. But with healing hit points, no. These people are healing hit points.
Do you want me? I turn to Alexa. I could help bring him back with some magic.
Well, if we don't really have, seems like we don't have much else to go on right now.
We don't. No. It might be good to hear from what's the idiom? The cat's maw. Whatever. That's not it. Thank you. What happened? So, do you want me to? I can go ahead and do that.
If you have a way, it seems that we have a need.
Okay, I'll walk up to the healers then and say, we have need to speak with this person. I have some magic that can get him them
Her.
up and about, for at least momentarily, just so that we can talk to her.
Alternatively, I do have a scroll of Speak with Dead.
That might be
For the other
just as good. Whichever you prefer.
Yeah, there's a dead one and a injured one, so either way is fine by me.
Speak with Dead seems really fun. No? All right. I'll reach down to the living one and cast Lesser Restoration.
Okay, absolutely. Okay, yeah. So the healers back up and are like grateful for your expertise. There are certainly high level healers here, but in the Guards Guild, like mostly they're like level 1, level 2 clerics. You know, not that experienced. They don't get a lot of combat, so they don't gain levels very quickly. So they're grateful for your expertise. You lessily restore this person, and you see them sort of open their eyes, and it's a little cloudy, but they sort of focus on a spot that's near your face. Hello?
Hey, you're safe now.
Where is Brocken? My partner?
There was an attack here.
Yes, the creature.
Yes. Can you tell us what you saw?
Right. We were playing cards, and there was a sound. I stood up and went to look. It sounded like the grinding of, like almost like when the earth grinds against itself before an earthquake. I went to look at we were calling it an egg, but it folded in. It seemed to compress itself, and then something just erupted from it. I don't know what it was, but it hit Brocken, and then this thing just launched itself into the air, hovered there, flying, like those creatures, and just shot another one of these things at me. I don't know what it was, but just it folded in upon itself. It looked almost like a ring with a hole in it, and then it just shot things from this hole. It's not see through though. And you can tell that she's a little confused.
Can you draw? Would you be able to draw us a picture?
Yes, I would. And she like a pen is handed to her.
Okay. While she's doing that, I look up at the healers and I like quickly like gesture out of vision, just like take the dead body away. Just get it out. Get out of
yeah, and they quickly do.
Great.
Cool. I will post. Let's add a handout. Give me 1 second. Okay. So this is not what she draws because she is not as good an artist as whoever did this official artwork. And also, this is a much larger form of it than what we have here. But it's the same shape. It's the same sort of idea. So now you can see.
You said you recognized? It looked like something you've seen before?
Just it vaguely, well, it flew of its own volition, or it floated of its own volition. It looked a little bit to me like those creatures, the beholders, I think they're called, from the party, but I don't know.
Well, those beholders, they must be at the tower, right? Like, it seems like that's, if we can't, it's flying and we can't track it, and the only witnesses didn't see where it went. It seems like the only choice we have is to try and figure out where it might want to go.
It seems plausible that we could search for it at the tower, maybe with some magic help. She looks at Caliban.
Well, if what this guard is... I'm sorry, I didn't ask for your name. My apologies.
Irkon.
Irkon. If what Irkon says is correct, then this thing is no longer in it. Like, I'm not going to be able to track it magically.
Are you sure?
No, but if we end up needing to take this thing back by force, I'll need all the magic that I can have. It might be nice to exhaust to see if there's another way. Perhaps
Bashir enters into the room, and like walks over and picks up the sketch and says, "Is this what we are looking for?"
Does he look legitimately surprised?
He looks, yeah, roll an insight check.
Okay. Because I want to grill this son of a gun. Wrong bad.
He looks, he does not look surprised at all. He looks very businesslike. Like, this is the target, you know? Almost military in affect. This is what we're looking for?
As far as we know.
He hands it to someone, says, circulate copies to everyone. This thing, if it came from that egg, it is small, but a small one didn't make the crater. There might be a much larger one as well.
Do we track the small one or the large one at this point?
He like pauses for a second and smiles. Says, I may speak only for myself, but I worried that the large one can reproduce in some way, depending on what type of creature it is. We already know that it's laid at least 2 eggs that we know of. What happened to the egg at your guys' place? Or the remnants of it? The destroyed one. It didn't reform or anything like that? No?
Well, do we know? Did we check?
We didn't check this morning.
I don't think.
We'll let you know.
That's good check.
Maybe we should swing by there on our way out of town. Should we go hunt this big one?
Yeah, I mean that seems the most crucial and also probably easier to find. Maybe.
It was a 30-foot diameter. That's not small.
Yeah.
If we don't want to be drowning in babies, then maybe we want to be finding the big one.
Yep.
Maybe we should take more than one ship.
Agreed.
I'll arrange for more transport. Do you want? Sorry, I apologize. I was going to do that with my guards, but would you like more than one ship for yourselves? I have leave from the council to do what I feel is necessary to hunt this down.
Maybe at least 3.
Well, we only have one pilot.
Got it. I can assign pilots to you as well if you'd like, but also we can just use more soldiers.
More soldiers.
Here.
Yes.
Why was this thing kept in a room with Earth's blood?
Why wouldn't it have been kept in a room with Earth's blood?
It seems to have absorbed it, and in doing so, became something else.
Is that its food source?
It seems to be. So if the big one is going somewhere, it's probably going somewhere with a lot of Earth's blood. If the small one is going somewhere, it's probably doing the same thing as well. Do you have any ideas?
Mount Claglin.
I lean
Do we
over.
want to lure it with Earth's blood?
If it's looking for Earth's blood, there's a reserve of it at Mount Claglin.
Okay.
Oh, I lean over to Caliban and say, maybe we should question him before we go with him to this thing.
He like turns to
Yeah.
leave.
Bashir.
Yes.
Here. Can we bring you to see our egg briefly? Just briefly.
I'm sorry, but the safety of my people matters. It's the safety of your
Understand.
people as well. And he just turns and leaves. There will be ships waiting for you. I'll make sure that happens.
As he's leaving, I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on him.
Got it. Okay. What does your hunter's mark look like for you? How magical is it? How much of it is it just you? Like, do you inhale his scent so that you always know where he is? Is it? Do you like put a tag on him that's like a green glowing dot or something? Like, what is it? What does it look like to you?
I think I probably put a hook on him.
I love it. Awesome. Yeah, there's just a hook, and you know where that hook is at all times.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's great. Yeah, hunter's mark is cast on Bashir. You cannot lose track of him until you cast another concentration spell or lose concentration.
Well, I have the healers for a second in the party and say, would you think less of me if I bash this one's head in? And I point to the dead body.
You asking us?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe not in front of all these people, but you want to check if they're.
Yeah. And more specifically, I'd want to do it in such a way that if their brain is infected, then we can take a bigger sample.
Yeah, let's avoid the word bash and more like surgically open. I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm. Lobotomize.
Sure.
I have a sword.
That works, I think. I turn to Thea. Is that how it works?
Don't ask me.
You're good with all this like alchemy stuff. I thought maybe.
I've never lobotomized anybody.
Me neither. But first time for everything.
Wish. Is that close enough?
I turn to the healers. Can we take this person? Is that allowed? Are they going to be buried somewhere?
They like look at each other confused and like have a whispered conference. There's clearly like an authority question here. Like there's this weird thing going on where like they clearly want to be deferential to you, but then like technically that's their job and responsibility, so they're a little bit confused. If anyone pushes, then there's a roll.
Nova says, we need to take this body to investigate it about the infestation.
Yeah, roll a perfect. You can roll either intimidation or persuasion, your call. DC is low.
Intimidate.
Whew.
Yes, of course, most holy.
Okay. I grab the arms and start pulling it towards us.
Yeah,
Let me help
absolutely.
you with that.
Grab
I'll grab
the legs.
the feet.
Cool. Okay. So you guys have one body of one soldier.
So
Um,
heading back to the basement, right?
Yeah, checking on the egg also, right?
Yep. Okay. Cool. So you guys hop in your airship. Captain Fliston flies you guys back, and you arrive not at your home, but sort of near your research center, because it's a 15-minute walk, and so there's a shortcut there that you can take. So you take that shortcut down underground to your secret Soulwood bunker. You guys know the password. No one else knows the password, so you guys enter. Nephany looks uncomfortable. Captain Fliston stays with the ship. Nephany looks uncomfortable and sort of waits outside with her spear, sort of guarding the door, to acting like a official guard, sort of, as is per curfew. So you guys enter into your room. Nothing's changed. You're in good shape. This thing was not able to. You didn't leave any earth blood out for it to absorb and turn into something totally different.
So if you squish it, it dies.
Spoken like a true fighter.
Seems that way. Can I take the body and just sort of pop it down on the table?
Yep.
It's like, okay, you want to just do this real quick and then get going. Yeah?
Do we want to do this in a way so that if there is something in there, that it stays alive? Or are we going to bash it?
Well, do I see like any like scraps of? Do we have any like scraps of cloth or like paper or anything?
Yeah, you can have basically whatever resources you need.
Okay,
Basic resources.
I rip scraps of cloth and stuff them on my ears,
Mhm.
and I say, just in case, maybe we should all do the same, just in case they go in through our little ear holes.
Do your nose too.
Ooh, I'll just like hold my nose.
So Alexa says, "Okay, good luck with that, guys," and she's gonna go and stand outside with Neff.
Totally appropriate.
But yeah, I'm gonna try to lobotomize this guard.
Cool. Make a medicine check.
100%. Oh boy, I am not proficient in medicine.
Can I?
Would you like to help?
Do you medicine?
I'm looking right now. I'm also not proficient, but I could try to assist.
Then you cannot assist. You can only assist if you are proficient.
Yeah. Nope.
I think I can assist.
You're proficient in medicine?
Yeah.
Nice.
Why? Our rogue is proficient in medicine, and not the cleric.
Yeah, our rogue's the alchemist. Our rogue is the skill monkey. Our rogue knows everything.
Jack of all trades.
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool. So you will assist me, Thea?
Yes.
Yay! Thank you.
And Celexa will poke her head back into the door, and she'll say, "Good luck, Caliban," and she'll an inspiration die.
D6 inspiration. Got a lot.
D6 inspiration. That's a 21 plus inspiration. So 1d6. That'll be 24.
Yeah. Okay. So you lobotomize.
I have an apron on.
Yeah. So you lobotomize this person. And because with a 24, I will give you a fair bit of information. This person does not have anything inside their brain, but parts of their brain are heavily decayed. There are, in fact, chunks missing.
Awesome.
Almost as if something was like feeding on their brain slowly over time. But it is not there anymore.
Oh, we should check that other guard. like probably pretty quick. I don't know.
Like their blood, or like lobotomize them as well.
Well, I mean, check their blood first, but I mean, if I were some kind of parasite thing and my host died, I'd go for the next closest thing, right?
Is this what the other brains looked like? I mean, minus the other substance, but they had like parts missing.
So here's the deal with the other brains. All the other brains, this is the first time we have seen a host that died from a reason that wasn't a brain injury that had this. So most of the other people died because their skulls were caved in, meaning that we don't have much like we don't have much information about what was going on to their brains before this. This is the first time you've seen something like this.
Let's send a attendant to find this person and bring him to us.
Okay. Are we? Is this more important right now?
It seems important, and more important than what?
Well, then chasing the giant monster that might be making more of these things as we speak.
I mean,
Bashir is also currently like we said we would meet him there, trying to like now. So,
how about let's just have an attendant ask to say that we need that person in custody, and to keep guards away from them.
Sounds good to me.
Under advisement of infection.
Quarantine them.
Okay, yeah. So I love this idea. I think it's a great idea. I think the truth of the matter, though, is that they're not going to fully understand your instructions unless you guys commit some sort of resource to this. It doesn't have to be one of you guys, but you need to commit like Nephany or Arturo or someone. You need to commit one of your people who like understand the situation better to this. To tell them. Otherwise, they're going to not take it seriously. They're going to say, "Yeah, sure, they're by themselves in a room. They're in the corner. We're in this corner. It's fine." You know, people are incompetent because they don't understand.
Right? Sure. Is Meek competent enough to grasp?
Absolutely. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Your guys is all of your guys' assistants. We play Meek for laughs a lot, of course, but like Meek is absolutely like he's a I don't know what do we call him? He's a ranger now of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course. He understands how things should smell and how things should hunt and how to control things and how to move, how animals behave, and that people don't behave that differently than animals a lot of the time. That some people are dumb and don't wear their masks when they go outside.
Huh?
A lot of people.
Sorry, didn't mean to go there. Yeah, so you're gonna say Meek.
Great.
Cool, awesome. Yeah, so Meek skedaddles and like he like grabs your arm and he like tries to grab your hand to shake your hand, but misses and grabs your wrist and like shakes your wrist a little bit and says, "Thank you so much for this responsibility. I'm so excited." And he like turns and like dashes off to arrange for this whole thing to happen.
He's gonna knock it out of the park. Watch, it's gonna be good.
Arturo, can you go with him?
And he like skedaddles. He walks behind Meek. Like Meek is like running full speed and wobbling, and Arturo is just like walking casually. Meek being like 1/10 Arturo's size is like Arturo catches up quickly. Excellent. Okay.
To Mount
Aguilan.
Yeah, Mount Calamari.
Aguilan. Yeah, absolutely. So you guys hop into the airship, and start flying towards Mount Clagulan. You are informed where Mount Clagulan is by one of your attendants. It's a little bit north of town. It's in the series of mountain ranges that are near there. There's a mountain that's like town is right up against with the forest and the mountain there. Mount Clagulan is actually, from this side, it looks like a cliff in many ways. It's very, very sheer. It's got a slow ascent, but people tend to like love climbing up to the top of it and looking out from the views from up there. It's supposed to be quite beautiful.
Is this in the Kava?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a little bit north of town. So you start heading that way, and you see that there are other airships heading that way as well. There are, in fact, 3 airships heading that way with you guys. And if you look closely enough, you can see that there are some up ahead as well. You get there. It's probably about like a half-hour flight. And you guys get there, and you see that Bashir's airship is sort of floating back and forth, just sort of waiting a little bit. And he sees you guys come and like semaphores, "Get over here." Whatever semaphore we have here in the world. Get over here. Yeah. And when you guys are close enough, he casts a message. Who would he speak to? He would speak to I think he would speak to Nova. And he says, Nova, do you see the hole in the side of the cliff face?
Yes,
That
I
is
do.
not supposed to be there, and is about 30 feet wide.
Oh, all right. We found it.
Yes. How do you want to do this? Do you want to charge in and attack? I don't really. It's not like this is a cave filled with. It's not like a mountain filled with caves and warrens. There's two paths, I guess. This creature has made, and there's one a little bit around the side that's more covered up.
Are we with Bashir right now, or
No, he's casting
are
a
we...
message back and forth.
Okay, and Nova's relaying this to us. Okay.
Shouldn't I mean, I think we should cover all the exits, right? Like when you're chasing a fox back to its den.
Yeah, that makes sense. Although I don't feel like we're gonna be a match for this thing. Like at all. If one little one killed two people like easily, then I don't know that we're gonna
They
be
were
matched.
two. Yeah, but yeah, I agree. But I also think if we trap it, we could have a shot.
Maybe we have somebody stay with. Maybe we can have Captain Liston stay with our ship, so she can rescue us quickly if need be.
I can absolutely do that.
And you said that we have some extra people at our disposal?
Yes, 18, and me.
Okay.
Here's a thought. It's inside of the mountain right now, right?
Yes.
Or ostensibly. And there are lots of rocks and stuff in mountains, right?
Yes.
Do you have access to large explosives?
There is a reservoir of Earth's blood in that mountain.
So we shouldn't blow it up.
I mean, it would be ideal not to. It is
okay.
It is of immense value to the Kava.
We'll see how much is left. So we'll go at it from two different directions.
Bashir,
Mhm.
do you?
I think at this point his ship just like pulls up next to you and you're shouting back and forth.
Okay. Bashir,
Yeah.
do you have any idea of what this thing is?
No.
Great.
I'd like to insight.
Yeah, roll an insight check.
I don't believe that. I'd like to use my luck for the day.
Sure.
No.
Oh,
It never
we're rolling so bad today.
Aaron.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. He seems genuinely nervous. He also seems genuinely excited. There's like that nervous excitement energy is going on sort of back and forth in his head. Like, I think I said this last time, but it's worth reiterating because it's so important. Being a guard to a civilization that doesn't allow people in is kind of boring. He's really excited to have this chance to like prove himself, to hunt creatures of legend. You know, that sounds awesome to him, right? He's excited more than anything else. Yeah, when you guys are talking about like blowing up the thing, he like is smart enough to recognize that's tactically wise, but there's a part of him that's sitting and thinking, but like, I want to dive in and stab my sword into this thing, you know? But he doesn't. He's too well trained to say that. So,
Bashir, do we have any resources available that would make it possible to ground this thing?
well, the caves inside have ceilings, so it's difficult for it to.
So
Bust
what
out.
if we lured it into a smaller passageway, a place where it can't fly higher than we can actually stab at it.
Seems like a good plan. So let's I'm gonna make a little false map here for a second. This is not the real map, but I'll make a little false map here. Hold on, let's bring some people here. Okay. So what we have here, let's draw some things. Let's draw with some clarity. Okay, here we go. So we have this huge mountain. Sorry, huge mountain. Okay. And on this mountain, we've got multiple entrances. We've got sort of a historic entrance here to, here's what is blue. Call some blue. Earth's Blood Pool. My art is so impressive, stream. I'm so glad that you can see. I really am hoping actually you can't, but that's okay. I don't know. And then we have our creature has made a hole that is there in the mountain. So we've sort of our normal way of getting in on this side of the mountain, and our creature has made a hole on this side of the mountain, which is a very straight, direct path to this chamber down here where they have pools of Earth's blood. And then you guys are here, flying. And yeah, this chamber here, let's keep doing text, is 30 feet in diameter, exactly.
Which chamber? Sorry.
The one that it made.
Oh, I see.
The tunnel,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, the tunnel. And then this one over here is wider, but more inconsistent. For this tunnel over here that they made. Yeah, because Bashir is just sharing information with you, obviously. There's no reason for him not to.
Okay.
And then this is a pool with caverns and natural gas, the natural holes around it. Cool.
I want to ask Bashir if is it like dangerous to just be in the reservoir? Like, can we get
drink
through
it?
that?
It's not water.
But we can get through that area if we have to.
Yes, of course. You may find your magic does unusual things, particularly if it is of an arcane bent.
And what about sparks or people getting set on fire, for example?
No, that should be fine. Earth's blood won't react to things like that. It reacts very specifically to magical power.
Okay.
It may react to other types of magic, but it will certainly react to arcane magics, if not other types.
Okay.
So at 30 feet wide, I'm wondering if that hole is large enough to fly a ship into, so that we can catch up with it and maybe distract it while other people come from the other direction.
2 teams then. Pin it in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm just thinking out loud. I don't know.
That would be so cool. Can we all go together, the 5 of us? All with maybe you, Bashir, come with us as well?
There should be if we're going to be using the 18 or whatever other guards, they should probably have their commander with them, right?
Certainly, each squad of 5 has 1 commander, which is why there are 18, and then I'm the captain in charge of all the commanders. Pardon me if I got military hierarchy wrong, but whatever, fantasy society, screw it.
I would love to have Bashir with us.
Happily, and with great pleasure. He nods and he turns and starts whispering, casting message to other people, and gives them instructions. And you see ships taking off and flying to get the other entrance.
So, wait, so who's going? So then, which group is going where? Is the question.
Well, Caliban, I think, expressed an interest in going straight ahead to this 30 feet in diameter tunnel, while the others are going to go around the mountain and go down here. So the Kavanians will go the other way, and you guys will go straight ahead. Sound right?
Is that okay?
Okay, yeah, fine. I mean, fine with me.
Sure.
Okay.
Mhm.
Then with that fight on the horizon, we will take our break. Hey everyone, welcome back. Hope you're having a good time. We're having a good time. I'm having a good time. We're gonna dive on into this battle in just a second here. If you are enjoying our content, please like, follow, subscribe, whatever. That's not right. There's no like on Twitter, is there? Just follow and subscribe. Give. I don't know. Whatever people do, because we have a lot of fun, and it would be fun to have you here for some of our other content. We have shows running right now on Sundays. That's this show, The Chosen Few. Whoa. We also have shows running on Monday. Normally, the Assassination of Primarch Magdalene Black Eyes. Currently, that is on hiatus while we do a mini campaign called The Engines of Time, run by guest DM Musashi. Thursdays, we have our dungeon diving campaign called the Lost Tomb of Akarut. Yes, I got that right. And then on Fridays, we're doing our series where we try out different RPGs all the time. We play new RPGs, not every week, but close to every week. Last time we played Microscope. Next time we're playing If Not Us, Then Who, which is a Power Rangers themed RPG.
Oh.
Not exclusively Power Rangers. I think it's legally distinct. So it's Power Rangers and or Voltron and or She-Ra and or any number of sorts of things about ordinary people who take on massive powers. We'll see how that goes. Who knows? But we're going to be trying a lot of different RPGs and exploring a lot of different mechanics on that show. So please come check out some of our other content. And again, if you want to get notified about that content, it's just as easy as hitting that little heart button. You can follow us. Yes, you can follow us. And then you would find out about the content as it was happening and all that good stuff. Okay, let's dive into this thing. So here's the deal. At some point, the tunnel does get too tight for the airship. So we're not doing our airship combat yet. That will come. Oh, that will come. Airship v. airship combat. I'm excited. But the tunnel is too tight, so you're forced to abandon the airship. But Captain Fliston turns it around and is ready to get the heck out of Dodge, or if you are to retreat that direction in some way. And you guys are going to be moving through the tunnels here. Now, my cough is not going away. I express dismay. Okay. You will be moving through these tunnels as quickly as you can to get there in a timely fashion. This is a little bit of a race. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little mini skill challenge here with the idea that each of you can, if you have a way to help move through the tunnels quickly, something that you can come up with that will help in this situation, then you can roll that skill. If you get a success, you'll get there sooner. If you get a failure, you'll get there later. In general, you want 3 successes before you get 3 failures as a group collectively, and you cannot do the same skill twice. Those are the rules. So, anyone have an idea about how to get through these tunnels faster? They're a little bit more of a warren than you were first led to believe. There's plenty of holes and side tunnels and a little bit of a mess. Probably the Kavad didn't realize how much of a warren this was.
Well, Nova is good at athletics, so she's going to be able to she's at least fast.
Yeah. So what are you doing with that athletics? Are you racing for yourself, or is there a way that you're helping your team?
I am going ahead and trying to find the best route, one with the fewest obstacles.
Yeah, absolutely. Are you willing to shove obstacles out of the way? Like if you're big.
Yeah,
absolutely. Roll an athletics check.
Okay.
1 success. Nova runs ahead and finds an alternate route that looks like it's pretty effective and pretty efficient, but there's a big boulder at the end of it, and she just pushes the boulder out of the way, and you guys can move cleanly through that. Absolutely. Wonderful. Next up, someone else.
Well, I mean, just as my class skill, I can ignore difficult terrain, which I don't know if it is, but I think, narratively, I think I am picking through the rubble and making sure that it's stable.
Yeah, absolutely. That's just 2 successes. No roll necessary. That's a class skill. Class skills that apply just beat the system. That's what we like to hear.
So, no, you go ahead.
Go ahead.
No,
you can go ahead, because I have disadvantage on everything right now.
So Lexa is also unusually fast. And she I think she also wants to be running ahead and looking for paths that might otherwise be blocked. And I'm wondering if she can use her once a day casting of Levitate to try and raise some raise some rubble out of the way for safe passage.
Absolutely, no problem. You use your once a day use of Levitate to get some stuff out of the way. There's, I don't know, there's like a it's not a rock so much as like a mud collection that's like solidified a little bit, and you just sort of don't like, you can see that like it would be like a mud patch, and anyone who walks on it would get sucked into it a little bit, and so you just use your Levitate on the mud patch for narrative purposes and float it up, and then everyone can sort of go through the shallow mud, and then you drop it back behind you, getting through. Yeah, absolutely. That's 3 successes. Good job, team. Rah rah. And you guys make it to the map. At this point, there is some shouting that you can hear from, it sort of echoes through the chambers weirdly. There's a lot of like, oh, God, there's more of them. What did you say? There's so many of them. I can't hear you. And like, sounds like that. There's a lot of like violent stuff. God, these shells are tough. I feel like I can't do anything. A lot of shouting.
Does it sound like it's the soldiers that we sent, or does it sound like miners?
It sounds like soldiers.
Okay.
Bashir even will recognize some of the voices.
Okay. Shall we rush in? I cast Bless on Celexa, Thea, and Nova.
Okay, hold on. So Thea is blessed.
So you get a plus 1d4 to attack rolls or saving throws.
You said Celexa, Thea, and Nova?
Yeah.
Okay. Heart is going to mean bless. Okay. Anyone else have any pre-combat things they want to try and do? Okay. I think we should just roll initiative then. Click on your token.
Yay.
And then roll initiative.
I do not believe I can click on my token.
Same here, I think.
Ah, interesting. Hold on.
I can click on Celexa.
Yeah.
Hold on. Hold on.
Keep your grubby hands off my token.
Okay. Good
Calvin,
shit.
you should now be able to click on your token. Timothy, you should now be able to click on your token.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Initiative. Where is that button? It's been so long. There it is. Oh.
Nice.
Natural one for Bashir.
Nope, that's the other, that's the meteors one. And for Bashir, $15. Okay. So again, these are 10-foot squares, not 5-foot squares. Just for the record. So there's a fair bit of size problems and movement problems and things like that that are going to come up. So Thea, you're first.
Yeah. And we can't see anything yet, right?
No, you can hear
Really?
the sounds echoing through.
Yeah.
You've got, the walls in here are illuminated. There's a lot of like crystals on the walls that are sort of giving off this faint green light.
Okay.
So the sight lines are not a problem, but
Okay. Then I think I'm just gonna go my speed of 35.
30. Okay, and that puts you there. Do you want to spend your action to move again?
Yeah. Can I do that?
Technically, you can move with your base speed of 35 because you're a rogue. You've got movement, action, and your bonus action. So technically, you can move 105 feet if you want.
Oh, whoa.
It'll put you way ahead of everyone else, but for now.
Can I just go another 15 feet?
Okay. That puts
I
you there.
don't want to be too far away. Yeah.
Okay. Slexa.
All right, so Alexa is going to but Thea, how far did you move?
You moved about 50 feet.
50 feet. Oh.
50 feet. Okay.
Mhm.
I guess Alexa will move maybe like she'll do a double move. So that's like 70, I think, for her.
Yeah. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Yeah, and at that point you can see that there is a orb back there. It looks pretty big to you. It's 10 feet across.
Let's see. Can I see how far is it, do you think? Is
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. It's about 85 feet away.
Perfect. So Alexa is going to cast Hex.
Bonus action spell, yes?
Yeah.
Cool. Perfect. Let's hex this thing.
And she's going to hex its wisdom checks.
Cool. Sounds good to me. That'll give it disadvantage on perception checks if you guys are hiding or anything like that. Always useful. Cool. Yeah, so we'll use that for our hex symbol. Timothy, that makes it you.
All right, I'm going to move up as well. There on a double action, yeah. Can I see it?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, and then I'm going to. That's all. Thanks.
Okay. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. That's Bashir's turn, just charging forward. And I think letting out like grunts of like anger and preparing. You can hear him like huffing and puffing as if he's trying to like prepare a big breath so that he can make a battle cry when he gets there. Nova.
I'd like to just take a double move.
Okay. 20, 30, 40, 50. I'll put you. Oops. There we go. You happy with that?
Yeah.
Caliban.
Double dash. Get up there.
20, 30, 40, 50, 60. I'll put you in this little column.
Great.
Excellent. Okay. Big boy moves towards our pool of Earth's blood. Little boys get to move. Okay. 9 misses. Let's see what we'll do. Yeah, but it'll move forward and oh, actually, sorry, it can't do both. Okay, so it'll just attack again. Oh, misses again. Wow, can't shoot. Always
We
good.
were rolling low, but
Um, cool, and okay, and sorry. Okay, and the last one. Let's see, what is its range here? So it's 80 feet to Celexa. That puts you at disadvantage range for its ranged attack. So it will not take that. It will move slightly towards you, Celexa. And now it's going to take a shot at you. It's actually going to take 2 shots at you. 18 to hit. And a second shot, 10 to hit. Great. So it from the center of it, you see like the rock that's in the center of it just launches forward like a massive projectile. It's huge and very, very like round, and it just juts forward at a rapid pace and rams heavily into your body, doing 18 damage.
Ah! Ow. Ow.
Yeah.
Ow.
Unfortunately, the other one missed. Thea, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna move up. Let's see, where am I?
3d10. Okay.
From the medium-sized one.
Yeah. No, that was implied.
Just always clarifying sometimes. Okay. How far do you want to move?
I think I'm gonna move up. Let's see, 10, 50 feet.
Okay. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50.
And I can still do an action.
Yeah, you can. You're a rogue.
And does this thing? It has eyes.
It does not seem to have eyes. It's like a giant floating rock. It looks like a meteorite.
Okay.
Just with like a hole in the middle that it seems to shoot things out of. Little meteorite.
So I can't petrify it.
No. You could try. You just don't know if it'll work.
All right, I'm gonna try to petrify it.
Okay. What's the DC?
12.
Okay. Unfortunately, it gets a 15, so it resists your petrification. It could have worked. Celexa.
Okay. Celexa is going to she's going to cast Eldritch Blast.
Mm-hmm.
One second. Eldritch Blast.
And 11 hits.
Oh, oh yeah, cool. And that's
Do you have advantage?
one.
No. Oh, sorry.
I've got bless, right? But
oh yeah, you can add a d4 if you want, but an 11 hits.
Okay, perfect. So here's force damage, and I think we agreed to call this psychic damage for her hex.
Yeah. Psychic damage for hex.
So that's 5 damage altogether.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
it ignores it entirely.
Okay. It is also. Oh wait. Actually, I don't know if that works or not. Okay, so her Eldritch Blast, she has Repelling Blast, which pushes things 10 feet.
Great, that'll work.
That'll work. Okay, so it'll get pushed back 10 feet.
Great.
And I think she is going to also back up a little bit.
Perfect. So, yeah. So you hit it like solidly, and you see the force push it back and all that. But for some reason, like the hard outer shell of this thing, you just didn't do enough to pierce it with this attack. It's not like it's impossible for you to pierce it, but you just didn't quite do enough in this one hit.
Okay, she's gonna back up also.
Excellent. Mr. Rowe.
I'd like to move up. Could I move to be within 5 feet of Thea? Would that be here? Yeah.
We'll put you there.
Cool. And I'd also like to shoot at the baddie.
Yeah, take your shot.
Okay.
A 9 hits.
A 9 hits?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a big rock. Doesn't have a lot of dodge.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 5 damage does nothing to it.
Has it been hurt? Has
Nope.
it taken any damage? No.
Not yet.
Okay. Okay.
Sheer. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Charges towards it. Double moves. Trying to get close to it. Nova.
Double move.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Nova, you're getting close. This thing is pretty big.
Yeah.
Caliban, you're up.
Sure. I'll move 30 feet of movement. Do you mind moving me? Sorry.
No
I
worries.
know it's just hard. It's just hard to figure out the map.
10, 20, 30 would put you with Thea and Timothy.
Okay. Is it 60 feet away from me at this point?
Let's check.
Or is there a 60? Is there
It
a
is
square
60 feet
within
away.
5? Okay, perfect. I'm going to bonus action cast spiritual weapon.
Nice.
Um,
What does your
and
spiritual weapon look like?
it will take the form of a like prehistoric looking like bone fish. But like all the bones are made of water, basically. So like a water fossil, basically.
Awesome. I love it. Give me 1 second. Okay. Yeah, if you want to make your attack with that.
Yeah.
Since as a summon, you can make an attack.
Do I just click it?
Yeah, it should
And it'll
it
do the
should be
damage?
programmed correctly.
Cool. 18 to hit.
Hold on 1 second. I just want to put your spiritual weapon on the board. Bam.
That's great. Thank you.
Yeah,
Perfect.
18 definitely hits.
Okay.
You can click on the spiritual weapon in chat to roll that damage.
13 force damage.
Bam, you do 13 damage, and chunks of this thing go flying. You are the first person to do damage to this thing.
Okay, cool. I still have my action.
Mhm.
I am going to Sacred Flame it.
Yeah, that's a dex save from it, or right?
Yeah, dex save.
You got a 2.
Yeah, cool.
Roll that damage.
7 Sacred Flame damage, radiant damage.
It takes 7 radiant damage.
Awesome. Okay. And I turn back to Select and go, "You okay?" I'll nod and say, "Come closer later. I'll help."
Okay. Big guy does big guy things. You guys aren't in position to see. This little guy will shoot twice at our guards and hit once, killing one of the guards. And let's see what we got down here. Cool. Let's take a shot at Nova. You are being shot at. 25 to hit
Yep, that hits.
for 21 damage.
Oof.
And then a shot at Bashir. 13 does not hit. And that brings us to the top of the initial order. Turn 3, Thea, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna aim at it with my longbow.
Mhm.
And I also want to use psychic blades.
Okay.
Do I do my longbow
Yeah, the longbow
like,
shot
first? Yeah.
Yep, 19 hits.
Okay, so I do my longbow.
Okay, that does 6 damage to it. Beautiful. It doesn't seem to like that. You find a chink in its armor and charge through it with your longbow.
So it takes 6
Um,
damage. That's good to know.
And so then, if my longbow hits, then my psychic blades hit.
Also hit. Yep.
I think it's 1d6.
Yeah. It seems to not. Oh no, that's actually technically that's part of your longbow damage. So, yes, that works.
Oh.
Yeah, it's one attack, an arrow with a psychic hit. Arrow plus psychic, not one or the other. Yeah. So yes, that's one attack. So that definitely hits and does that 7 damage. Feels good. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
No, that's it.
Okay. Celexa.
Celexa is going to scoot forward until she's got the thing in her view. She is going to cast another Eldritch Blast. Wait, there we go.
12 hits.
Force damage.
And
Psychic
the hex damage.
So 8 damage total.
Yeah, I think that was my bad the last time. That's one attack. It should be combined. My bad. Yes, so 8 damage. That does hit it. It seems not to like that. It's also not doing super healthy. It seems you can see it's this small one is legitimately diminished. Timothy, do you repel it with that as well, Celexa?
I think at this point, no. I think she's going to, because they're trying to approach it, so I don't want it to make their lives harder. But Celexa is going to go back into her position. She's going to go forward, shoot, and then hide again, like retreat back around the corner.
Yeah, perfect. Had you pushed it back, Bashir would have said, "Stop running, you coward!" But that's okay. Timothy, you're up.
All right, I'm going to shoot it again and
Take
hope
that
for
shot.
the best.
A 12 hits.
Okay.
8 damage. Doesn't like that.
And it's also going to take another d8 of damage because it is below its total.
Giant Slayer? Colossus Slayer? Whatever.
Colossus Slayer. So 12 damage total.
12 damage. Really doesn't like that. Not looking healthy at this point. Awesome. Bashir charges and gets into melee with it. Pulling out his longsword with 2 hands. Hits. And he hits. So this actually be... Oh, I guess I should do this separately. First hit does 12 damage. Second hit does 9 damage. Nice. And plus 9. Nova, you're up.
I'm going to run past it to the flanking position.
Okay. There you go.
And I'd like to hit it with my sword.
Take that swing. 22 hits.
Okay. And if it's not dead,
it is dead.
It is dead.
It is broken into pieces. You slash right through it with your greatsword, and you dig into it a little bit. You can feel like some resistance from the stone, but you just like keep powering through, and it cracks open a little bit like an egg, falling into 2 hollow pieces on the floor.
I yell out to the rest of to everyone else. I think we might have to explode this cave.
Is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of my turn.
Caliban.
Nova, I know you're always right, but I hope you're not right about this. And I double dash. Where's the map? There it is. Yeah, I double dash and I move my spiritual weapon forward 20 feet.
Okay. Okay. see this? I think you hear voices. Oh God, what's it doing?
Oh no.
Meanwhile, oops. Hits another one. Kills another soldier. Bam. You hear another thunk as a thing launches out of it, and another soldier dies. Thea, you're up.
All right. I'd like to run ahead 100 feet.
10, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100.
Yeah,
that's your. Technically, you can go 105 if you want to go 5 more.
Oh yeah, let's do 5 more.
There you go. 35 times 3, 105, baby. Gotta love it. Okay, Celexa, you're up.
90 feet run ahead.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Excellent. Timothy, you're up.
Yeah, go ahead and move me as far as I can go, please.
What's your movement speed?
Just 30.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Excellent. Bashir, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Okay, let's roll a combat die. Nice. Cool. His troops managed to take down one of the meteor spawns. Nova, you're up.
Oof. I would like to take a double move also.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Is that right? You're 60 feet?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so you're the first person to be able to see into this chamber. Whatever this creature is, it keeps on dunking itself into the water, into the Earth's blood, and every time it comes out, you see like this weird bulbous formation come out of it. Like every time it dunks itself in, another bulbous formation appears on it. And it seems to be able to do this roughly once a turn. And you recognize these bulbous formations as the egg forms of whatever its children are.
I say, guys, it's making more eggs.
Caliban.
Oh shit. And I will as I move by select no, probably better to get there as quickly as possible. I'll double dash and then
10.
So 60 feet and then
20, 30, 40, 50, 60. And then your thing can move 20 feet?
Yeah.
Cool. So it's behind you now. It started way ahead of you. Now it's behind you.
Yeah.
Nature of the beast. Okay.
Yeah.
Babies move. Yeah, this giant thing dunks itself one more time and now has 4 little guys bulbed around it. And let's see, these guys keep doing what they're doing in their tunnels over there. Cool. Thea, you're up.
Just a question about Earth's blood.
Mm-hmm.
Is it flammable?
No. Well, it responds strongly to magic. So any magic that is applied to it might amplify it. So it's flammable in the sense that if you apply a flame spell to Earth's blood, then like when you would expect it'll produce flame cantrip, you'll instead see like
Okay. I have 1 alchemist's fire.
Oh yeah.
I think I have to be within 20 feet of it.
20 feet is the short range, 40 feet is long range. Outside
Okay.
20 feet, you have disadvantage. 40 feet would be the point where you can no longer throw it.
Gotcha. So I'd like to get within 40 feet of that big
10,
guy.
30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Perfect.
Okay. And then, I'm going to
So
throw
that's a movement and a bonus action. And then you want to throw it as an action? Was it
Yeah.
swim? Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Roll a d20, add your dex modifier plus proficiency. You're throwing this thing.
Okay.
So you can just click on any dex skill that you're proficient in. If you're proficient in stealth, that'll work.
Okay.
It'll be the same thing. Yep, that definitely hits. Beautiful. Yeah, let's see. Alchemist Fire in 5e. Hold on. Pull this up correctly.
1d4 fire damage.
Yeah, that seems weak to me. So let's buff that up. Let's buff that up to would you have tinkered with this Alchemist Fire? Would you have made it yourself? Slexa, speak, or Nika.
I believe you.
I said something good.
You
If I
gave
had
us-
a ruling before.
You gave us 2d6.
Great.
Before.
That sounds great. That sounds totally appropriate and awesome. Great. Yeah, roll that 2d6.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah. So it fire sort of skirts across the top of it, and it is still on fire. It will have to maintain. It will have to find a way to get out this fire. Though, to be fair, potentially a way to put the fire out would be to dunk itself in the pool of liquid beneath it. But for now, at least, it is on fire, and it will continue to be on fire at the start of each of its turns. Celexa.
So Celexa is going to move. I think she's going to want to get to at least within sight of it. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Yeah, she'll move yeah, I guess she'll move there. And she is also so first she's going to cast or she's going to, as a bonus action, shift her hex onto it.
Okay.
And then she's going to cast Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, take that shot.
Where is that Eldritch Blast?
That definitely hits. 5 plus how much psych?
So 10.
Nice.
10 damage.
10 does damage.
And then I think also her invisible companion is going to grab something from her pack and start flying towards the pool.
Sure. What is your invisible companion grabbing from your pack?
A potion of poison.
Nice. Let's see. Do I have a good imp token? Probably. Seems unlikely that I wouldn't. Okay. Perfect. Okay. How much? What's your imp's movement? It's an imp.
So 40 foot to 40 feet in flight, I believe.
Okay. So grab something from your pack. 10, 20, 30, 40. Do you want to get it into the pool? It can dash. It can't do anything else there, but it can dash.
I think. Yeah. Sure. It'll get over to the pool. That's fine.
Okay. It's like there.
Cool.
Timothy.
All right. I will move forward as 60 feet.
Okay.
And can I see it?
Ooh. Yeah. You can.
Okay.
It's at the edge of your range. It's at the edge of your vision.
I will go ahead and mark it as my hunter's mark.
You're moving, so you're removing your hunter's mark from Bashir, who's admittedly next to you, but
yes, it only lasts for 1 hour anyway.
Oh, totally forgot that. Okay, let's hunterly mark it. Let's see what's good. Your hunter's mark is gonna be a leaf.
Cool.
Probably was something else before, but I don't remember anymore. Bashir, I'm going to kill you. 3, 4, 5, 6. Charges as fast as he can. Gets there. Nova.
What was the range on the Alchemist Fire?
20, 40. Outside of 20 feet, it is disadvantage.
I'd like to move 30 feet and throw it if it's within range.
20.
I have an alchemist fire also.
No, technically it's 40 feet, so it's at disadvantage.
Okay.
Oh.
I will wait then.
You do have bless, technically, so you do get an additional D4. but
Yes, you still have that. You do have that D4.
Um.
Also, we know what this thing's AC is.
Right. Actually, instead of throwing the alchemist fire, I'd like to take out my heavy crossbow and fire.
Okay, yeah, take that shot. Yeah, 19 definitely hits.
Okay.
Yeah. Ding, 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 ding. Bounces off. Does nothing. Okay, guards are gonna start charging forward as best they can. Left of them. Look at the size of that thing. Caliban.
Yeah, what does it look like? What are we seeing? Like,
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a massive meteorite. It looks larger than any of the things that you've seen or fought, but it looks like a meteorite, except it's got sort of like rocks all around it and plating, and then like in between the rocks are like these fissures or these cracks inside of it, and it seems to almost like pulse with them. And every once in a while it contracts, and then when it exhales, a rock shoots out of it.
okay. Would it take an action to make a check regarding like its nature?
No, it would not.
May I
You've been studying them all day.
may I try to discern its nature?
What are you trying to discern about its nature?
Do I get the sense that it's like an aberration or
Yeah,
elemental or
Yeah,
something?
why don't you roll a nature check?
Okay.
Yeah, you don't get the feeling that this thing is intelligent.
Okay.
This is more bestial in nature. You would actually be more comfortable relating this to like a like coral than to someone else.
Cool.
Which, with that clarification, I shall point out that I have been secretly, the one time it came up, I think, adding the ranger stuff to Timothy's stuff. Because Timothy, these are beasts.
Thank you.
No problem. Anything else you want to do on your turn, Caliban, since that was free?
Oh, 100%. Yes. So I'm here. Let's first of all move my spiritual weapon because we'll see if I can get a hit in before it's dead, or we're dead. So move it 20 feet, and then I'm going to I'll move 30 feet forward. And how far is it from me right now?
20, 30, 40, 50, 60?
60 feet.
50, but whatever.
Okay. I'm going to how many spells do I have left? I'm okay. I'll cast Guiding Bolt on it.
Yeah, take that shot.
13.
13 hits.
Okay. So that'll be 16 radiant damage.
16 radiant damage gets through. It does not like that at all. Keep going.
Oh, sorry. And whoever tries to hit it next has advantage on that attack. Not that it'll matter all that much since its AC is so low.
You never know. That advantage might be the crit.
That's true.
Okay. Well, that makes it its turn. And there is now a threat, so it is going to cease to make babies. And instead, it starts to... let me check some ranges. 40 feet over there. And... oh, everyone over there. Well, definitely. Then it's going to start to vibrate very, very heavily. And then the room starts to vibrate, and in fact, everything is shaking. I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
Those with bless out of D4.
Yes, if you are blessed at a D4. Wow. Nice, nice, nice. Khan, are you blessed? Did you bless yourself, Caliban? Nope. Cool.
Nope.
Then you are the only person who fails this on our team. So I need to roll for Bashir. Bashir also failed. Okay. So you and Bashir both take 7 damage. Everyone else takes 3 damage. As this whole place shakes. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake.
Yes.
And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. Everyone over there is still alive and holding up. Let's see. Should it summon its people back? Probably should. 10, 15, 20. Whatever. And you 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. And you 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Excellent. So yeah, you're up.
I'm going to use my longbow again and also at the same time create a psionic blade.
Excellent. Take that beautiful shot. 21 definitely hits. That negates the advantage. That was a beautiful hit, though. Roll that damage. 5 damage plus. How much from the psionic blade?
1d6.
10 damage. Nice. So it does count. Always good. Yeah. It definitely doesn't seem to like this psionic damage thing. This psionic damage thing is something that it is not fond of. Every time you hit it with psionic damage, you like hear its mind screech back at you.
And can I take cunning action to, or actually, am I?
You're not.
I'm not exactly engaged with it, right?
No, engaged would be this square here.
Would be okay.
It's a 3x3 creature.
Can I move?
Yeah.
Back. Okay,
How
I'll
far
just
back
move
do you want?
back. Just there.
Sounds good. So Alexa.
So, I'm going to communicate telepathically with my imp, and it's going to unstop the potion of poison and drop it into the pool next to the creature.
Okay.
And then Celexa is going to cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay. So you're poisoning the Earth's blood right now.
It looks like it's kind of like drinking it or something, yeah. So I figure it couldn't hurt to give that a shot.
Yeah, sounds good to me. I like it. I'm just clarifying for the narrative, not objective.
Yeah.
Clarifying for the narrative. Sure. Right now, the Earth's blood is being poisoned. It's a vial versus a... I mean, this
right.
Pool is huge, right? We can think about this pool in terms of, sorry, what's that? 10, 20, 30, 40, up 50 feet across in each side. 50 feet diameter pool. So that's not a small pool. Not Olympic, but
for whatever it's worth. I'm trying to be resourceful here. And 8 damage total from the Eldritch Blast.
Okay, 8 is the damage threshold, so you do damage. Okay, Mr. Timothy.
All right, I'm going to move forward for 1 movement action.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. She's also Celexa would like to healing word herself with a bonus action. Okay.
Yeah, do it.
And I'm going to shoot at it.
Take that shot. And 11 hits.
Okay. So there is 7 damage. Well, I guess 9 damage because it's a beast, apparently. Yep. Plus 1d6 plus 1d8. Wow.
Nice. So 9 plus 6 is 15 plus 8 is 23.
Whoa, that's major damage.
That is major damage. Yeah. So what does that look? I mean, that's like a really good shot. What do you think that looks like on this creature?
I think I crouch down and look at its soft underbelly. I think I'm targeting maybe where it's like attaching to the babies, and I'm going for that fleshy zone.
Absolutely. Do you want to try to actually rip off? Like, do you want to try and detach one of the babies from it with that shot? Because I'll allow that.
Absolutely, sure.
Cool. Yeah. Can you roll 1d4 for me?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So you get the baby. It falls off. Let's see what direction it falls into. And it lands right here outside the pool.
Cool.
Yeah, Bashir charges up here, is next to the thing, standing on the edge of the pool, and I think he's going to leap onto it. Yeah. He's going to try and leap onto it and stab it with his longsword while riding this thing. And he hits. Doing no damage. But swinging again. And hitting again. And doing 13 damage this time. But he is now riding on this thing. And he's screaming all bloody murder. He's all, "Get out of our space!" Nova.
Oh my. Well, if I threw alchemist fire at this thing, would that hurt Bashir?
Maybe, but you know, he's a big boy.
Yeah, he's a big boy. All right, I'd like to move 30 feet to within range, and then throw the alchemist fire.
Sure. Yeah. Roll d20 plus your dex mod plus proficiency.
Okay. And you said that would also be the same as like clicking something I'm proficient in, right?
Clicking a dex skill that you're proficient in.
Okay.
If you're proficient in acrobatics or sleight of hand or
Stealth.
Perfect. Well, an 11 hits.
Okay.
And 14 even more so. Yeah. Roll that 2d6. Nice. 8. Yeah. So at first it seems like it just sort of hits it and it's just like burning the surface area a little bit, maybe like almost a negligible amount. But then suddenly it like just erupts outward and just skates over the whole thing. And you see that like the bottom of this creature is like dabbed its leg into, it's not leg, it's like the bottom part of this ball into the earth's blood. And this, as a result, this alchemist fire just erupts all around it, just coating its entire body suddenly. Did not like that experience at all. Caliban, give me 1 second, and then it'll be you. I just need to charge forward. Cool. These guys get there, and they're going to start attacking. Okay. What is that? 9 hit. Cool. Okay, and they are d8 plus 9 times 2 is 18. Damage none. Damage none. Cool. So that is 15 damage total. So they charge in as a unit and start trying to attack it from all angles, hitting it, and like most of them are hitting it, but some of them can get deep enough in, and some of them can't. Caliban.
Hi. Caliban is going to that spiritual weapon's not going to get there.
It might.
can
It
keep-
could be the little
yeah.
weapon that could.
He keeps trying. So we move the spiritual weapon 20 feet forward.
Okay.
And then moves in closer. Moves in 30 feet. Can I? No, I can't. Okay, great. And yeah, not spend the die. I Sacred Flame.
Excellent.
Dex save.
17.
That's a success. Yeah.
Who would have thunk
That
it?
sucks. That blows. Okay, great. That is his turn. He's just gonna sit there and go, oh well. Did I lose concentration on Bless, by the way?
No, you got it.
Okay, great.
You only took 7 damage, so a 10 is a success. For,
Right.
for you to lose concentration, you have to roll lower than 10 or half the damage, whichever is higher. So for it to be higher than 10, you have to receive more than 20 damage in a single hit.
I forgot how much damage I did.
7.
Great. Awesome. Thank you.
Excellent. Okay, well, these little gnats are annoying to this thing, so it's going to kill some. Cool. Okay, he takes out 2 more guards. And does it take enough damage to want to retreat? That's the question. No, but it has taken enough damage that is willing to dive under into the Earth's blood and try to dislodge Bashir with movement. So I'll make him make a dex save, which he fails. So Bashir falls off the creature and lands in the Earth's blood. This creature is now completely submerged in the Earth's blood. Meanwhile, its allies will continue to come back. 30, 40, 50, 60, 10, 20, 30. Ooh, wait, 30. Ah, Caliban, you are being attacked. Does a 14 hit? What about a 12? Okay, fair enough. Okay.
No.
So yeah, that makes it your turn. Top of the round.
Okay. Since we have new friends here, I think I'm gonna try to shoot this one over here.
Okay.
That one. And I'm gonna use my longbow and psychic blade again.
Take that shot. And 11 hits. 11 damage. Add that psychic blade damage. Nice. Good shot.
That's a hit.
Celexa.
Okay. Celexa is just going to move up a bit, right behind Thea. And she's going to aim at the one she can see and cast Eldritch Blast. She does not have Hex on it, of course. Blast. And no damage, but it gets moved back 10 feet.
Yeah, sorry, I need clarity. Is it this one or this one? I think you meant this one, right? On the left?
That's correct, yeah.
Cool. Moves back 10 feet. Thrust it away. Timothy.
Can I get to the raised platform ring?
Yeah, absolutely.
Within one action?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
20 feet away.
Would it be possible to be next to Nova?
Yeah, easily. That's 20 feet away.
Cool.
Not even more.
And can I see the creature underneath the water?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to shoot down into it.
Great. Take a shot. it gets partial cover because of the water.
Sure.
That's not going to matter because it's a giant frigging rock.
All right.
15 still hits.
Okay. Let's
7
see.
plus.
Plus a d6 and a d8.
11 damage. Not quite so good as last time, but the creature doesn't seem to like that.
And also plus 2. I don't know how many times. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you. Bashir seems confused by being engulfed in this Earth's blood, and so he like tries to get out of the water, or out of the Earth's blood, and pulls himself out. As he does, it's very gloppy. Like there's chunks hanging on him in weird places. It doesn't come out like water. It comes out like jello, almost. So it's very gross. Nova.
I am going to move here, and I'd like to attack it with my sword.
Yeah, you're stabbing into the Earth's blood.
Yeah.
Take that stab.
All right.
Nice. Yeah, 20 definitely hits.
Okay. And
14 damage. Can you roll 1d100 for me?
yeah.
Interesting. As you pull your greatsword out, it begins to glow.
Okay. Cool. It also is going to take disadvantage if it attacks others.
Anyone besides you?
Within, well, it says others within 5 feet. So I guess if it takes a melee attack.
Sure.
But I don't think it's gonna do that. Never mind.
Yeah, it's a melee attack thing. But your greatsword is glowing. Quite bright blue.
Ooh.
Okay. How many guards do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cool. Okay. Cool. 15 damage from the guards again. They're very consistent in their inconsistency. Caliban.
Okay. I'm going to bring that spiritual weapon up.
Mhm.
20
closer.
feet. And then I'm going to move over. No, it'll be okay. I'm going to move back against the wall. Sort of hopefully out of sight of this one here.
Mhm.
As I run, I take a flight.
Okay. Yeah. Dex save from it. 5.
6 radiant.
It ignores it entirely.
Oh. Okay. The little one?
Oh, the little one? Oh,
Yeah.
which
was it
we
not
were doing.
not the? Yeah.
Got
Yeah.
it,
Sorry.
sorry.
As I was running, I was doing this.
Yep,
The small
Totally
one
missed that. My bad.
Yeah,
Wasn't
sorry.
focused enough. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it takes 6 damage. Does not like that.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, big guy. Let's kill some people, I think. Nova, you stabbed it. Guess what? It doesn't like being stabbed. 29 to hit.
That's
21 damage.
all right.
Down to 1.
And then it's gonna shoot another rock Let's see who else hit it. Timothy, you hit it.
Mm-hmm.
14 to hit. Ooh.
Does not hit.
Cool. So this giant rock goes chortling out of it towards you, but just misses you entirely, and it bangs into the ceiling and then falls down to the ground. I feel like I want to add a rubble. I'm gonna add a rubble. I've got rubble right. Whatever. Rubble. Perfect. Falls to the ground, shoots at you. It's right by Caliban, actually. Actually, straight line would not be Caliban. Okay. It hits Caliban's sacred weapon. Doesn't matter. Excellent. Little guys, let's get some stuff. This one, 5, 10, 20, 30, and is going to shoot at some guards. One hit for 1 death. These guards have 3 hit points left each, so 3d10 is going to kill them. Okay. Timothy, a shot at you. 25 to hit.
Yep.
And then a shot at Bashir. Misses. Timothy, for you. 18 points of damage as a rock just comes pelting into you. You are on the side of this thing. It is balancing. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. Or fall in. You are fine. I mean, you might be dead, but you're fine. You don't fall in. Shot at Thea. An 8. And a shot at Caliban. 16 to hit Caliban. Nope.
Armor class 17 does not hit.
Excellent. Thea, you're up.
Okie dokie. I'm gonna take 1 step forward and try to hit this guy again.
Yeah, go for it.
And I'm gonna use create my psychic blade again.
Nice. 21 definitely hits. 6 damage definitely hits. Add that. Oh, beautiful. 12 damage and 1 hit. Yeah, this one's not looking good. Almost down. Well, good chunk of the way down. Celexa.
Okay. Celexa is going to what's the advantage of doing that? Celexa is going to cast Dissonant Whispers on the big one.
Nice. Okay. Is that an intelligence saving throw?
It's 1 second. It's a wisdom save.
Okay.
Yeah. Dissonant Whispers.
18, unfortunately.
Does pass. Yeah. So it's going to take half damage. Oh, sorry. So 6 damage, which anyways.
Which is psychic.
And then Celexa is going to retreat a little bit as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I think her familiar is also going to fly back closer to her. So.
Okay. He's invisible, right?
Yeah, he's invisible.
He or she, they, whatever.
They, whatever, yeah.
20, 30, 40, 50, 60. They'll fly back to you.
Okay.
Excellent. Timothy.
Let's keep shooting it.
Big guy?
Big guy, yeah.
Yep.
Where am I? There we go.
18 definitely hits.
Plus.
Nice. That's 19 damage.
I was also wondering if I don't know if this is another action. If I could make a I get advantage on intelligence checks about beasts.
Okay.
Anything that could
If you'd like to make a nature check with advantage,
Yeah.
I will give you an answer to a question.
All right.
I will give you an answer to 2 questions.
Okay. Weaknesses? Physical weaknesses?
None.
Okay. And second question, greatest likelihood of best chance of provoking it away from someone else? Best course of action?
It does not seem to like it when you attacked what it views as its young.
Okay.
So if anyone attacks its young, or what it views as its young, specifically the things attached to it, it will change course and go after them, the person who's attacking them. How manipulatable it is a different question. Like if one person shoots its young and then it turns to goes after that and someone else shoots its young, it's not going to turn around again. It's going to try and kill you. But that's the deal there. Yeah. Okay. Bashir, having climbed out of the water, jumps on it again. Hits twice. And does 10 damage. Guys, I think we're weakening it.
Sure,
Nova.
Bashir.
Oh.
How you doing over there?
1 hit point. But I really want to see what that sword does. So, can I use my bonus action first?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna roll second wind and see if I know how to do this.
Actually, 1d10 plus your fighter level.
Okay. Yeah. So I get some more hit points, which is good. I'm up to 15 hit points now, which is seems like it hardly matters. With 1 shot, I'm dead with this thing. Okay.
Might survive a shot from a little guy though.
I might, maybe. We'll see.
Depends.
I'm going to attack it with my sword.
Take a swing, please.
Okay. And 9 is a hit.
A 9 does hit. Please roll that damage.
And I'd like to take my bonus action and hit it again.
Absolutely available to you, but before you do that, I need you to roll 1d10 for me first. Okay. And follow-up question. Yeah, cool. Okay. Cool.
Cool doesn't mean I'm dead.
I have no idea. Certainly a lot of people are dead. Let's see what happens. Yeah, take your second attack.
Okay.
Wait, didn't you already use your bonus action this turn?
Oh yeah, you used it to second wind.
Yeah, I used for second wind.
For second wind. Second wind is a bonus action.
Yeah.
You can action surge if you want.
Yeah, actions. That's what I meant. Sorry.
Oh, got it. No problem.
Action surge, and then I'm gonna run away.
Okay. Yeah, a 9 still hits.
Okay. Oy, oy, oy.
Okay. So as you strike into this creature, you feel the ground begin to shake. Everything around you starts to shake. The cavern starts to shake. In fact, everyone is feeling this cavern start to shake. quite dramatically. Hold on while I check the full text of what is going on. Each creature on the ground must make a Constitution saving throw. Oh wait, no, that's for concentration. Is anyone concentrating on a spell?
I am.
You're concentrating on a spell. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yes. 3 of us are concentrating. Ooh, no
All
bueno.
3 of you lose concentration.
Nika, you're blessed still.
Oh yeah, you're still blessed for
Technically,
this.
in that
but
moment,
a
you
10's
are
not
blessed.
going to make it.
Okay.
Unless Nika, do you have advantage on the save for some reason? It's a concentration check. So, okay. There's a lot of ways to get advantage on concentration checks. Okay. Second. Cool. Excellent. Can you roll 1d6 for me again, Winona?
Oh. Okay.
Cool. 4 giant fissures open up in the earth as this earthquake continues to shake in every which direction. It seems to like be that your sword like slashed into this thing and like resonance like just resounded out and started shaking everywhere constantly. I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
Not my jam.
Okay. Cool. What level are you, Nova? 4?
4.
Okay. No, that's not so bad. Okay. It's better than if it was higher. So let's see. Evan, you failed that. So you take Caliban takes 24 damage. Celexa failed. So
I'm unconscious.
24 damage. Thea,
Also unconscious.
you succeed. So you take 12 damage. Nova, you succeed, so you take 12 damage. Timothy, you succeed, so you take 12 damage. Also, though, this creature cannot succeed and takes 24 damage. The guards are going to die. All of them. And these creatures are going to both take 24 damage, killing one of them. And seriously wounding another one. And I think it wounds the third as well. And I don't really have, like, do I have a Fisher graphic? I don't really have a Fisher graphic, do I? Let me get Fisher graphics. Oh, I have an icon for a Fisher. Sure. We've got a blue icon for a Fisher. Awesome. We'll just, no, that really doesn't work at all. Okay, I won't use it. Yeah, so 4 massive fissures open in the ground around you, and yeah, you actually see that they're so big that like they open up more warrens and dens inside this mountain. Caliban.
No, I run.
Oh, you run. Yeah, absolutely. Which direction do you want to run?
I'd like to run in the direction of where we entered.
10, 20, 30.
Not very far.
Steps in the right direction.
Oh.
Caliban. Make a death save.
Fail.
1 failure. Big creature here is going to run. Little creatures are going to attempt to follow. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Thea, you've got a bunch of unconscious friends. You've got 2 unconscious friends, I think.
Okay. I think I'm gonna try to grab Celexa.
Okay.
And run out the way we came.
Yeah, this place feels unstable. Okay, so you're gonna grab her. What's your strength for?
My modifier or my
The score itself, the raw score.
12?
Okay. Yeah. So she is enough to weigh you down. So that limits your movement speed, but you are also a rogue, so your movement speed is already insane. Celexa, you are unconscious and getting worse and worse. Please roll a death save.
Quick question. I don't know how this works. Can my
Yes.
my familiar help try to stabilize me?
Yes, technically your familiar acts immediately after you do. So,
Okay.
yes, but in one,
That's
roll a
that's
death save
safe.
first anyway, mechanically.
Uh-huh.
Doesn't need to. You pop up to health with one hit point, and are fine, and can take a turn if you want.
Fine. So great. I am going to oh shit. Caliban is back there.
Yep.
I have to go back and have to go back and help him. So Alexa is going to start running back in the opposite direction.
Okay. What's your movement?
Actually, so she can take a double move for 70 feet.
Yep.
And then cast Healing Word as a bonus action.
So, yep. Cast Healing Word.
Healing Word. Sorry, I got this. There.
Nice, Caliban. You get 6 hit points. You're one of the
Thank you
healthiest members of the team.
so much.
Okay, so is anyone? I just want to do a quick check-in. Is anyone interested in chasing after the thing as it flees in the other direction?
Is that direction shorter to get out?
No.
No.
Your direction is shorter to get out.
Okay.
I would like to re-up my Hunter's Mark though before it leaves.
Great. So you re-up your Hunter's Mark. Great. Sounds good to me. Then with that, we're going to move to a quick skill challenge to get out as this mountain is shaking so heavily. This is an earthquake situation. Just as we used the skill challenge to get in, we're going to use a skill challenge to get out of this place. This is going to be a harder skill challenge, though, because things are shaking. I'm going to need 6 successes before we get 3 failures. Yeah. Okay. Who's up first?
Okay.
Are we out of turn order?
Yeah, we're out of turn order.
Can
Is
we...
the path... Oh.
So we can just... This is just narrative. We don't have to... you're not measuring out distance. You're not counting time. We're not counting turns. We're counting ideas. You can... Anything that you think might happen in an earthquake inside an underground warren of tunnels can happen. And you can just say, this is what happens. This is how I deal with it. You can make it up. It's your control of the narrative to a certain extent. Though whether you succeed or not is a different question.
Can we reuse skill checks that we made from last one?
Yes.
I'd like to use athletics again and try to charge ahead and try to call out falling rocks as I see them.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, make an athletics check. That could either be athletics or perception if you care, but...
Athletics.
Yeah, that's your first success. It's barely a success. 12 is the DC you would need for that. But you're able to push things out of the way, and we're heading in the right direction. Next, who wants to help?
So Alexa is going to see through the eyes of her familiar as it flies ahead. And she is going to, and it's going to try and scout out a path for them. So she's going to use her perception.
Please. Total success, yeah. So the familiar is just spotting places, and Celexa seems to have like a preternaturally good idea about which way to go, and so you guys just trust her and go. She points out a shortcut, and it seems to be getting you through this. Rocks are falling everywhere that you can think of things. Who's next?
Could we say that we come to a fork in the road, we don't know which way to path, and magically my ranger skills know the correct route?
Absolutely. 3 successes, 100%. yeah, you can't get lost in natural terrain. That's ridiculous. You're a ranger. You know how to deal with these things. Just because the terrain is changing doesn't mean that you don't know which way north is. Yeah, definitely, 100%. Who's up next?
Could I be using some survival skills to sense where the fissures are coming from, where they're going, or where where the tremors are going, where they're coming from, and sort of guide us sort of in and out of places where we might fall? And
Absolutely, yeah. Make a survival check.
On the ground.
DC 12. 4 successes. Next up. I know you've got disadvantage, Thea. It's scary, but you gotta. Let's see if you can help.
Would it be possible to use acrobatics? Like if I make jumps and I can kind of show people where they can also make jumps and stuff like that?
Yeah, absolutely. You want to like do some flippy stuff to get to like certain place that seems precarious, but then like point out, actually, this is really stable. Come on. Roll an acrobatics check. You're still at disadvantage though because of your exhaustion.
Okay. 16.
16 is success. That's 5 successes, guys, and 0 failures so far. You're on a roll. You're only level 4, so these skill checks aren't impossible. One more can be a repeat from anyone who wants to do it, but it has to be a new skill or ability.
Can I persuade the walls to open up for us?
Do you have pass wall or stone control or anything like that?
No.
I don't know. You're a cleric.
That'd be
Let's
nice.
do weird stuff. You're an order cleric too. Like I don't know. Maybe you can talk to stones and
It's
say
all
you're
water.
not in the right place.
All water related.
Go for it.
Could I use primeval awareness to see if there are animals scurrying for the exits?
Absolutely, I love it. Yeah. Why don't you roll a perception check? I'm going to give you advantage because of your ranger skills here. Ooh, an 11 is a failure though. 1 failure, guys. 5 and 1. Anyone else?
Okay, so we come to a fork in the road, a fork in the path that wasn't there before. It's changed because of the shifting ground and everything. And Celexa panics for a moment, and then she realizes that she thinks she feels the air coming from one of the tunnels. So she's going to make an investigation check.
Make an investigation check. You think you feel the air coming from one of the tunnels? You do feel air coming from one of the tunnels. And as you make your way towards the out, you actually see Captain Fliston's airship is already going, and she's like looking back for you guys. She's like ready to dart out the whole of this thing, but she's so relieved to see you guys. Come on, get in. You all make your ways in, and then she just, bam, darts off into the sky of the blue yonder. And behind you, you see the mountain collapse in upon itself. We will see what that means next time.
Man.
Well, you don't go small.
We destroy the covering. We get rid of the earth blood supply that they have.
What happened to my sword?
So what were we saying about Nova always being right?
I said we should have exploded it. That's the first thing I said.
And you did.
And you did explode it. In your own way.
Name of the episode: Nova is always right.
No, except in necromancy things.
No, it was a good plan.
Yeah, it was a good plan. Yeah, that was good. Well, I hope that you enjoyed the show. I hope you enjoy next week's show. Come back and join us next time as we see what this whole mess amounts to and all that good stuff. There's a lot of angles going on. We've made our way out. We've got Bashir with us, who is, still brain controlled or something. We don't know exactly what's going on there still, but there's a lot of different plot lines that are exploring outward, and we'll have to see what that amounts to. As always, take care of yourself, and don't forget to call your cat and feed your mom. Bye, everyone.